But yeah, this is Parmanu.
जो भी ये काम करेगा,
no subtitles. Like the older the films are, the riskier it is to get subtitles, or the less of a chance.
अमेरिका 1000 से भी ज्यादा एटम बम्स टेस्ट कर चुका है। उसके नक्शे कदम पे चाइना 43 टेस्ट कर चुका है और एक के बाद एक अपने एटम बम्स पाकिस्तान को
It doesn't even need subtitles. I know exactly what they're talking about.
Now it's time for India to become a nuclear state. अमेरिका की लक्रोस सैटेलाइट्स हर वक्त हम पर नजर रखे हुए हैं। कुछ नहीं बचता इनसे। मेरा प्लान है इन्हें पूरी तरह से अवॉइड करना।
हमारे मिशन का बेस होगा पोखरण फोर्ट और आप लोग आर्कियोलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया के ऑफिसर्स बन के जाएंगे।
हमें अगले 30 दिनों में यहाँ एक नहीं।
So they build a secret base to develop their own.
दुनिया से छुप के। Go, go, go!
I mean, that's one thing that's always confused me. It's just like how many, like the main powers all have the ability to, you know, build it. But then there were restrictions put on every other nation who went into the UN, and they were not allowed to, you know, develop arms for themselves, which I've always like, okay, I'm in America. The reason why people purchase firearms is to have the ability to defend themselves from people breaking into their house, from people doing, like, it's self-defense. It's all for self-defense. And I've always seen the same thing for nations. Nations should be allowed to fend for themselves. And if they need assistance, they can ask for it. But you can't deprive them of the ability. And yes, I know when it comes to like nuclear weapons, how are you going to defend yourself with something like that? But I mean, in the end, if one person's going to launch it, everyone's going to launch it. The world's going to end anyway. What we need is a way to completely negate nuclear warheads in the first place to where they become obsolete. I think that would be the only way to go about it. But, oof. Yeah, I hate the whole, oh, you guys who decided to willingly join us at the UN are no longer allowed to develop your strength to be like everyone else who's already a superpower. It's the dumbest concept. But then again, when politics are not about the people, they're just about the upper echelons keeping their power.
शहर की भोली भाली जनता को पता भी नहीं कि इनके बीचों बीच क्या गुजर रहा है। अगर ये एक्सप्लोड हुआ तो ये पूरा शहर अंडरग्राउंड हो जाएगा। Come on, let's move, guys.
तुम मुझसे क्या छुपा रहे हो, अश्वथ?
Tell the president, let's stop this.
Why don't you get it? Our cover has been blown.
अमेरिका ने साफ शब्दों में धमकी दी है।
हम युद्ध नहीं चाहते। But if push comes to shove, हम भी पीछे नहीं हटेंगे।
You know, every time I see that actor, I can never see him as anything other than the professor from Three Idiots. Every time I see him, ever since then, he's always gonna be that guy.
हमने जो सोचा वो देश के लिए था। हमने जो किया वो देश के लिए है और हमने जो पाया वो देश का होगा।
Those are some weird things that popped up, but that's weird. Oh, people's workout videos. But yeah, I like that. I mean, because that's the thing. It's just like, well, I started complaining about certain things that are put in place, but it's just, I don't get it. I don't get it sometimes. I really don't. Politics are one of the most bizarre things, and they're the same thing around the world. Every nation's exactly the same when it comes to politics. No matter what your structure in politics is, whether you're a democracy or a dictatorship or whatever, it's always about the people in power staying in power or keeping their power, always making deals with other politicians to keep their power. But yeah, this looks like an interesting movie. This looks like a very interesting movie.